I want Whitney to sleep better at night. I want her family to sleep better at night.
The state crime lab's working to identify remains believed to belong to Travis Decker. Why detectives believe their search is over.
Once again, we're going to get to experience 2 seasons this weekend. I'm tracking warm sunshine in 80s for Saturday, cool breezy showers on Sunday. Fall officially starts on Monday.
And it's Football Friday across the inland Northwest. Tonight we've got the highs and the lows from the gridiron. DNA confirmation linking human remains to Travis Decker could come at any time. A search yesterday led investigators to their strongest evidence yet. This is the KREM 2 Night Report. I'm Cody Proctor. More bones were found today, less than a mile from where Decker's accused of killing his 3 daughters. Jim Nelson from our Seattle sister station reports tonight with why investigators are so confident those remains are Decker's.
They found clothing which matches what he was wearing before he disappeared. They also found some personal items that they're pretty sure belonged to Decker. The work in the North Cascades appears to be winding down for good.
We're not going to pat ourselves on the back yet. We're not going to say congratulations until we get the results back and we know 100% this is Travis Decker. That is our suspect. That is our only suspect.
Chelan County Sheriff Mike Morrison said a drone captured images of a shirt near Leavenworth on Thursday. Law enforcement officers moved in for a closer look.
I think it's the 1 yard line. I mean, we want to get across the goal line with the DNA, but we're pretty, it's a good feeling.
They found remains near that shirt, shorts too, and chewing tobacco, a bracelet, all consistent with Decker's known personal belongings. The remains were decomposed, likely there for a while, less than a mile from where Peyton, Olivia, and Evelyn's bodies were found in June. This whole time, investigators were so close, yet so far away.
The terrain is extremely complex, some of which would, is hard to find anywhere in this country, and that's kind of what we found. I mean, it's incredibly steep, it's incredibly rocky.
On Friday, more body parts were found. All of the remains and personal items are being tested by the Washington State Patrol. It's not official, but Sheriff Morrison believes this dark saga is almost over for the family of those little girls, especially their mom, Whitney.
And we're trying to bring them peace of mind and closure for this. We think we're one step closer. I want Whitney to sleep better at night. I want her family to sleep better at night. I want the community to know that our agency does not give up, no matter how daunting and how challenging the task is.
Morrison has asked the State Patrol to expedite the DNA testing, but he also said he didn't want to put extra pressure on them because at the end of the day, getting it right is what's most important. In Wenatchee, Jim Nelson, King 5 News.
Jim, thank you so much. Time right now for your Nightbeat for a quick look at today's top stories. The civil confinement of the so-called South Hill rapist could come to an end as soon as next month. Attorneys for both sides of Kevin Coe's case were back in a Spokane County courtroom this morning. Coe's been involuntarily confined to McNeil Island since 2008 after a jury found he met the definition of a sexually violent predator. By law, the state must evaluate him every year and prove he's mentally ill and dangerous to keep him confined. In July 2024 report, a psychologist with the Department of Social and Health Services reported Coe no longer meets the criteria. The state attorney general's office believes the court will grant Coe's release in just about 2 weeks on October 2nd. Coeur d'Alene police tonight are investigating what they believe was a severe attack on an elderly woman. Police say they found the woman unconscious with life-threatening injuries yesterday while responding to a home on Skyline Drive in Coeur d'Alene. Police want anyone who's seen anything suspicious near Skyline Drive or Royal Ann Drive between Wednesday and Thursday to call them immediately. Contact the CDA police with that number right there at the bottom of your screen. And finally, keep an eye out for these. Spokane Transit's having a ribbon-cutting ceremony tomorrow for their brand new double-decker buses. The ceremony tomorrow starts at noon at Eastern Washington University. These new buses will help connect riders between Cheney and downtown Spokane. And that is it for your Nightbeat. For more on any of these stories, head to our website, krem.com. In the meantime, this year's Apple Cup could turn out to be a rather toasty one. Let's go now to meteorologist Michelle Bosch joining us in the Outdoor Weather Center tonight with more on that look ahead. How's it looking, Michelle?
It is looking pretty toasty, but with the sun setting earlier, it does cool down quite a bit more around this time of night. I'm starting to feel a little bit chilly out here, but you can be out during the heat of the day if you're headed out to the game in Pullman. Temperatures in the low 80s for kickoff. Plenty of sunshine. Again, because of that earlier sunset now before 7 o'clock, it'll start cooling off pretty quickly during that tail end of the game. Temperatures in the mid 70s. We are looking at much cooler weather for the second half of the weekend, but out here right now it's 68 in Spokane, 67 in Coeur d'Alene, already dropped down to the mid 50s in Sandpoint, 60 in Pullman right now, 71 in Grand Coulee, and 69 in Moses Lake. But pretty much clear skies all across the inland northwest. We are going to feel like two different seasons this weekend. Tomorrow it's going to feel like summer, clear skies tonight, plenty of sunshine tomorrow, warming right back up into the low 80s. Sunshine, it is going to feel like fall, or Sunday it's going to feel like fall, highs in the upper 60s, breezy, some showers, much cooler temperatures, and kind of a crisp start to your week next week on the official start of fall. Monday morning will start off with temperatures in the upper 40s, warming up to around 70 degrees.
Michelle, thanks so much. By the way, if you're heading to the Apple Cup in Pullman tomorrow, be prepared for traffic. WashDOT says they were expecting delays on State Route 26 near Colfax. They do add, if you are heading to the game, stay on State Route 26 instead of taking Airport Road and driving through residential neighborhoods. So keep that in mind and be a good neighborly driver going there. Now, if you can't make the trip to Pullman, we've got you covered tonight. You can actually watch the game right here on KREM 2. Kickoff is set for 4:30 p.m. Sports Director Andrew Quinn will be live from Gisa Field right after the game. And of course, that's not the only football matchup we're watching this weekend. KREM 2 is also the spot to watch the Seattle Seahawks take on the New Orleans Saints on Sunday. It is just one of 4 games that you'll be able to watch on KREM 2.
Sometimes when you're in crisis, you can't think about the future.
Now, with Spokane nonprofits trying to help victims of domestic violence and sexual assault with their future. More on this story coming up next.